We're going to kick things off and jump right into it with not only an amazing story, one that we talked about yesterday, but some great guests in studio. If you were listening at all yesterday or you've been paying attention, you know the story of Kelly Yu. Kelly, a business owner in Peoria who also has an amazing restaurant called Kauai Sushi, was detained by ICE after a regularly scheduled meeting and has been held in an Eloy Detention Center. She fled China as a teenager. And came into the United States, admitted, did not come in, quote unquote, the right way, but has been here for 21 years, working the system, trying to move through and get some form of protected status.
Running a great business, hiring a lot of
all in the
people,
meantime.
Helping the community, deep roots in the community, giving to the homeless, and a big supporter of is the firefighters, the cops, might be both.
Yeah. So joining us in studio right now to talk a little bit more about this situation and learn more is Kelly's husband, Aldo, and her daughter, Zita. Thank you both for coming in today. We realize it's a difficult time for the family.
Thank you guys for having us. Appreciate it.
So, Zita, I stopped by the restaurant last night. I told Bruce on the way out, I go,
because I'm going.
Yeah, we had your phone number, and I wanted to do it in person. And so thank you for talking to me at the restaurant. A perfect stranger walking in and starting to ask questions, and you and I had a good chat, and I wanted to see if you would agree to an interview, and you let me know today that we would do the interview, and we're glad you're here. So let me start with Aldo. How did you find out she was detained? Were you with her at the courthouse at the moment?
We actually were.
Okay, tell me the story.
So this was one of her regular check-ins that she would do once a month. So this was her second stint. So the first time, even before she got caught the first time, she would have 2 check-ins a year. So I would go with her to the ICE facilities in her offices downtown Phoenix, just show up at a kiosk, take a picture, leave, no problem. So when she got released, now she had to be there once every month. So this was like the second time we went to her regular monthly check-in. So just walking in alone, just waking up that morning, I had a bad feeling. Like it was bad, like, oh God. Like,
why?
Well, because she told me, she warned me even before that she couldn't be taken right then and there at any time she showed up. So they won't let you know, hey, by the way, you're going to get detained. No, you show up.
They don't tell you ahead of time.
They don't tell you ahead of time whatsoever. You just show up and whatever they want to do. So that morning, we show up, we arrive. It was me and her mom behind you, Zita, and Kelly. There was 2 ladies just in a corner around the main entrance with a clipboard, which we've never seen. So one of the ladies approached Kelly and Zita asking them, oh, are you guys together? And we're like, yeah, we are. Oh, good thing you guys came with family. That alone, just a red flag.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
like, oh my God, this does not look.
Your heart sinks.
Oh, of course. I was this. And even before our regular check-in, she would be there for 45 minutes, an hour. They would open up curtains on the side of the building, that vans that take detainees and take them straight out of there. So me, it's like, she better not be in there. I was so, every single time I went there, it was nerve-wracking.
Zita, you were there too at the courthouse?
Yes, this was, I think, one of the only times, I think it was 2 times that I went with my mom. And of course, she was very nervous to go this time. And so she had asked me if I wanted to go with her. And I said, yeah, of course, I'm going to show up. I'm going to be there, you know. And this was, I think, the only time she wasn't prepared. Usually she's prepared with a suitcase in case they take her.
Oh, wow.
This is the only time that she wasn't prepared with the suitcase, but she was the most nervous for this time. And so she went in there, and not even 5 minutes later, I think we saw 2 officers approaching the door that she had just went in there, and 5 minutes later, she was cuffed. And yeah, she called us to the door, and we were trying to say goodbye with, you know, a hug or whatever, and they wouldn't even let us approach her or anything.
There was like 6 agents that surrounded her as soon as she walked in. So she didn't have time to even hug me or anything. She gave me her wedding ring, and I put it on my pinky, and literally I couldn't even touch her. There was like 6 agents, and I was about to speak my mind. But it was harsh. The first time was really hard. The second time was harder because you see these agents cuffing your wife, cuffing your mother, and taking her away, not knowing when you're going to see her again. So to me, that was one of the baddest feelings I
Sure.
ever. Like, no, I would not wish it to my worst enemy, really.
We're speaking to Aldo and Zita. Aldo is the husband of Kelly, the owner of a great restaurant in North Peoria. Zita is the daughter. Zita, what has it been like over these last few months navigating life without mom?
It's been hard, definitely. I think it's even worse that it happened twice to, me and the family. And of course, the first time was very hard considering we have a restaurant and my mom did everything for the restaurant. I mean, if you're talking about the behind the scenes, she's did all the marketing, she's done all the new menu changes, anything that was Kauai. She is Kauai. And so when she had left abruptly the first time, I had to take over that and take all the responsibilities. And as at that time, I was 20 years old,
Wow.
going to college at ASU. It was hard. I'm lucky that it was my winter break, so I could put all my focus into learning every single aspect that I could in such a short amount of time and how to run the restaurant. This time around, I think it was easier to pick up where I left off because I knew exactly what to do. But of course, it's still hard to see it face to face, see her being detained, and then it's, devastating. It's like, oh, here we are for round 2 again.
Aldo, and again, I want to understand some of this, so I'll ask the questions. There's no question that she admits she came into the country illegally. How did she come into the United States?
So her and I have been together for about maybe 4 years. So even when we were together, we never discussed her legal status other than she would tell me, well, I have to do a check-in twice a year. So we don't know. She warned me about this situation that they can probably take her anytime. But for that, I think Zita would have a better idea because we really didn't discuss other than what she told me. I'd figured if you want to tell me, tell me. I'm not going to force it out of you. But she did warn me that this was a possibility, but not the way it happened.
Understood.
I was thinking more like a regular check-in and maybe her not coming out, which had happened a couple of times that I was waiting for her to come out, 45 minutes, an hour 15. And yeah, those were like a horrible, minutes to go through. But I think Zita would understand more exactly how.
Yeah, what do you know of this story?
I don't know everything. Of course, I did not experience it for her, but from what she has told me.
Well, she was pregnant with you at the time, right?
Yes,
When she came into the United States.
I believe 6 months pregnant or 7 months pregnant, almost about to give birth to me. And if I remember correctly, she had gone in contact with one of the, I believe they're called coyotes, people that drive, or the snailhead or the snakeheads or something like that. And they kind of drive you across the border and just kind of make sure that they lead you to, as a way around. And so her story is that she was essentially crouched down in the passenger seat, like the floor of the passenger. And that's where they stashed her because they try to fit as much people into one car as possible. And that's how she kind of crossed the border. The details I'm not too sure about, but I do know that once she crossed the border, she had no contact with anybody. There was supposed to be somebody to pick her up, but I think they just did not see her. They missed her. They flaked, whatever it was. But
part of the reason that she came here was because what happened in China was there was this, it's now defunct, one-child policy.
Yes. And
it prompted her to seek asylum in the U.S. So when she was seeking asylum in the U.S., I guess she had a hearing. She's been here for 21 years. She faced a lot of legal obstacles. Has she always worried about being deported?
Always.
Always.
That was always a
Even
question.
With 2 businesses.
Yes. That was always like something that she had talked to me about and kind of prepared me for that, one day my mom won't be here. And I think that's why I was raised the way that I was, and that's why I am very independent and able to run the restaurant at the age that I am at, which I don't think a lot of people do, but of course there are people out there that do run their own business, and I'm sure they understand how hard it is to do everything like that.
Are you
and
still at
especially-
ASU?
I am still at ASU.
What year are you?
yes. I'm in my last year. I'll be going to my senior year.
So you're going to go into your senior year
Yes.
and run a restaurant.
Yes, that is the plan.
All right.
Yes.
Wow.
All right. Why don't we take a pause there and come back with you guys? We've got some other questions.
Is the daughter, Zeta, and husband, Aldo, of Kelly Yu, the owner of Kauai Sushi in Peoria and Glendale. She's also the woman who is in ICE custody now after spending 21 years here in the United States and trying to do things the right way, making the arguments in front of immigration judges, showing up for meetings, etc., as well as contributing to the community in Peoria, at least.
No doubt. What happens if she's deported? What do you do? Does she go back to Hong Kong? Do you guys stay here?
Have you guys thought that far ahead?
Oh, we have. After the first stint, we came up with the plan B.
What's
Because-
plan B?
So plan B is number one, of course, her spending time with family in Hong Kong that she hasn't seen in 21 years.
Okay.
She has two sisters. So ever since she left, she couldn't travel. She couldn't go back to
Sure.
her hometown because of her situation. So
But she left when she was, what, 18 years old, right?
around.
Yeah, that's when she was pregnant. Yeah.
Yep.
So 21 years, she's got family that she hasn't seen. So I told her, if that happens, take some time off, hang out with your family. And then after that, she needs to find out exactly when she can start traveling again. I heard it takes about a year before you can apply for a visa and travel, but it can be 6 months to a year, from what I understood.
Can I ask a silly question?
Sure.
Will she have legal status when she moves back if she's deported? I mean, is it like automatic? Like, I don't understand.
From what I heard, she gets an automatic 10-year ban from the States if she gets deported.
Right. Okay.
So that's an automatic.
But China would accept her, or Hong Kong, they accept her back. There's no chance of them saying,
At first, they wouldn't because they couldn't find her travel documents for whatever reason.
Okay.
Her passport or visa from Hong Kong.
oh, okay.
So that's why she had to stay a little bit longer. She missed, I believe, 2 flights,
Two or three
two or
charter
three from the
flights.
first time she got caught because of her documents they weren't in place. They couldn't find them.
It was basically because Border Patrol took her passport when she crossed the border, and they never gave it back to her.
Oh.
Is from what I understand. So we just have paper copies.
So, and then now her second stint in detention center, I believe from what I heard from her, the ICE officers told her that they reapplied for her traveling documents. So as soon as they receive all those documents, she's going to get sent back. So if she does, like I said, take some time off,
Right.
be with your family for maybe about a year, I can go visit her. She can go visit her. We can both travel. And then from there, I have a lot of family in Mexico.
Okay.
So we're thinking, and I have a cousin that's married to a Chinese businessman. Same thing. He came from China to Mexico, built like a bunch of businesses. So we're thinking of sending her there since she won't feel alone. She'll have family, and all my family's already aware of the situation. And then hopefully we end up somewhere closer so we can see each other more often, which Rocky Point.
Oh,
That's
wow.
our plan.
Plan B, if you will.
Yes, if it's worst case scenario.
Is there a legal process that's going on right now? Are there appeals? Is there?
Can you still fight this?
Yeah.
I wish I can say yes, but there's a lot of people that have reached out to us asking us if there's anything they can do. I mean, we've talked to congressmen. We have the mayor that already got a hold of us, got a hold of her, sent me a text earlier.
Mayor Beck. out
Mayor
there.
Beck, yes, Mayor Beck. So it's going to be really hard, I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
So we're already thinking like, okay, this is going to be plan B in effect, really. Unless something really drastic happens, that's the only way. I mean, I'll be complete honest with you guys.
Zeta, this is a nightmare. One that I'm not sure, you thought would ever come, even though your mom tried to warn you that maybe this would happen. And now that it's happening, I mean, how are you doing this every day? How are you going in and running? You're a strong woman. There's no question about it. But I mean, inside, this is killing you.
Oh, 100%. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I think anyone that loses a family member, and especially someone like a parent, is devastating. It's hard on somebody. And I think for me, it definitely comes with my mom's passion for running the restaurant. And I know that she had built this restaurant for 11 years. And for me, I don't want that to be for nothing. And I'm not going to just throw it away because I want to live my 21-year-old life. And yeah, I can do that. I can make time for myself, and I do. I still, make time to go to college. I still make time for, my friends and family and stuff. So everything is a priority to me, and that includes the restaurant, right? So if you can learn how to balance that, I think that's just the way to do it.
You guys talked to Kelly today?
I did.
Okay. What was that like?
Torture all the time. I mean, she doesn't understand. I don't tell her because obviously every time I talk to her or see her, I want something, end with a positive note all the time. Start and end.
Sure.
I don't want no negativity around her whatsoever. So she doesn't understand. A lot of people don't. But when I see her through that screen, I feel
video
useless.
call is
yeah,
all you
video
can
call,
do.
yeah. Video calls hurts the most for sure. It's torture. Like we communicate every single day. As a matter of fact, she sent me a text not too long ago, saying if on behalf of her I can say something on air. Which
Please go ahead.
Please.
basically what she said, she's like, she's so sorry for crossing the border. However, she did it just to save her kid, and she's just asking for forgiveness and a chance for her cancellation of removal and her adjustment of status. That's all she's asking for.
Yeah. She's been a successful business person. She's been a servant to the community in Peoria.
Contributed in a variety of
In so
ways to
many
the
ways.
community.
A mom to an American citizen, and a wife to an American citizen. I want to know where the grace is, and I don't see that here. And I wish that we had some grace for some people. And, we talk about border and immigration and raids, and I'm one of the people that has always said that everybody can't stay. I understand that. But she should.
I agree.
Agreed.
And I think maybe they think it's too hard to look at individual cases. And if there's this quota, Bruce, that we've talked about,
Yeah, have to hit certain numbers.
I find it hard to believe that we're not looking into how, you tell me how this makes Arizona better, removing this woman from this state.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you're going to be able to make that argument.
I have a question for both of you. We talked about if there's anybody that can help. If you could ask Governor Hobbs something or say something to her, what would you say?
She's going to be here at 5:30, and she will hear what you say because we're going to play it for her.
One thing I would is not every immigrant is a criminal. They should go based off of what they've done since they came here illegally. A lot of congressmen, ICE agents, all they hear is the word illegal, and their tails wag like a little puppy. But they have to understand not everyone's the same. Everyone came here for a dream, for an opportunity. Kelly took full advantage of it. They call this the country of chances, opportunities. A place you can, grow up with a nice family, make a nice living. For me right now, it's a country of nightmares. That's how I see it. I would say don't treat everybody the way, only because one person is a criminal, that doesn't mean everybody is. They should go based off of what they've done throughout their time they've been here. From when they arrived, what they've done, they built this, success, get back to the community, provide for our fire department, police department, for our city, member of Chamber of Commerce. Why get rid of people like that?
Yeah.
You want people like that to take advantage of their opportunity. And that's one of the reasons why she left, because she wanted something better for her daughter.
Right. Zita, what would you say to the governor?
I would just have her just think about how much of a citizen she is without her title. I mean, she might not have the correct title of a citizen or a green card holder, but I mean, like Aldo said, we support local high schools, elementary schools, football programs, baseball programs, music programs, the Peoria Fire Department, the police department. I mean, when do you see day-to-day citizens doing stuff like that? I don't see a lot of people doing that. And for somebody who came to this country, yeah, quote-unquote, illegally, but you see the community that she's created. And you see a lot of people, contacting us, trying to help the best that they could because they know the type of person she is. She's not a criminal. And I think that she does a lot of good for us and for Arizona, you know, obviously paying taxes and stuff like that. And I would
hiring people.
Yeah, hiring teenagers. I mean, people with no background, no nothing. And I think that everybody deserves an opportunity to kind of prove themselves.
Thank you both for being here. I know it's not the easiest thing, but we sincerely appreciate
Thank both
your
of you
time.
guys.
No,
for your time.
Aldo, Zita, we wish the best for you. We wish the best for Kelly. And, you know, miracles happen, right?
You never know.
You
never
gotta
know.
have faith. You gotta have faith.
Never
Yeah.
know who's listening.
Thank you both.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate the time.
See you at the restaurant.
Again, just spent a half hour with Zita and Aldo, the daughter and husband of Kelly Yu, the successful businesswoman in Peoria, multiple locations, has a Kawaii sushi restaurant, and was detained by ICE after one of her regular check-ins, as she has been working her way through this process and still attempting in some way, shape, or form to change her status from illegal to at least being able to stay in this country. And now there's an order of deportation, and she could be sent to Hong Kong at any moment.
Yeah. I think one of the things that was going through my mind when we and she's just joined us, we just interviewed her husband and daughter in studio. And Karen, who is the Peoria woman who faces deportation. If Karen didn't come to America, and let's just say it because we talked about it, she didn't come the right way.
Yeah, she admits that. It's not a dispute.
No doubt. If Karen didn't come to America, her daughter might not be alive.
I think that's a big part of missing out.
Missing out.
Missing in the
story?
conversation. We had Congressman Salmon in here, former Congressman Salmon, who, by the way, speaks fluent Mandarin.
Yes, he does.
Spent a lot of time in China. And when he was in Congress, he told us, and I admit that I didn't know the details of this, that he had been fighting to allow for more Chinese women to come into the United States.
Why? So
Because this one-child policy that the Chinese government had, they were forcing abortions on women, especially women carrying girls.
Karen was carrying
Zita,
Zita,
a daughter.
Yes.
And they wanted boys because boys could work in the fields. They felt that males were more productive for a agrarian economy, basically, back then. And they were aborting girls. It's, by the way, one of the reasons why there's more men than women in China right now is because of this policy that was in place for 20-something years. She was trying to escape that. So if you are pro-life, that certainly seems like a solid argument. If you're pro-human rights, that's a pretty solid argument. I can understand why somebody would want to get away from that.
It sounds like it falls under asylum.
It sounds like
and
it.
And it does, but the court said no. And so I think the thing that I would say is if you're 6 months pregnant and you live in China and you know that they may force you to have an abortion and they know that you're having a girl, we all would have done what Karen did. And we can still acknowledge she did it the wrong way. Totally get it. But who wouldn't have made the same decision? That's the thing. I mean, you're talking about a life.
Agreed.
And if you don't escape, there is a chance that your daughter is going to be aborted.
They were doing forced abortions and forced sterilization of women in China
And
under
it
the
seems
one
like such
child rule.
Like it seems to me like this is clear asylum rules. She didn't come here because, I want to make money. Well, that doesn't count. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
This is,
Or I just don't like where I live.
right.
Right.
This is
That's not it.
escaping a place.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, Zita may never have been born if her mom didn't come here.
Yeah.
So I'll ask the thing again: where is the grace?
Well, tell me, again, I'll use this. How does this make Peoria, the Valley, or Arizona better, or the United States better by sending her to Hong Kong? How does this improve us?
Well, the restaurant could fail, and there are restaurants and coffee shops and a dry cleaner right there.
Well, they have employees too.
Right. Yes, but my point is, if one restaurant goes under,
I see what you're saying.
it doesn't necessarily help the rest of the row of businesses. And so, you know, I know we're running late.
Yeah.
You can say, okay, illegal is illegal. Okay, I'm just asking, you know, we do take people in whose lives are in danger. And I think the argument was her unborn baby's life in danger? And I think the answer is absolutely yes.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I don't know how you argue that.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.